guys ready for a little Black Friday haul? Biker shorts. All of my biker shorts since the renovation have paint on them, and sadly the biker shorts that I wear all the dang time, they no longer sell those. So I'm trying a different style. Well, they're different material. I really need to work on some thumbnails for vlogmas. I think tomorrow is gonna kind of be dedicated to thumbnails so then I can get like a bunch of videos just like scheduled and good to go. Thank you. You too. Okay, we are back. It was a full balayage today and then just a tone. I didn't get a cut or anything. I honestly, the last time I got my hair cut, I added far more dimension to it, made it more of a harsh V shape in the back, but also I decided to cut these up to my lips. We usually do like right here around my chin, and it was like a little too short for me last time. Like seeing it on my face, I was like, oh, I think this is actually too short. Like I didn't want to go with like the curtain bang or whatever, but it was just like a little too short. So I feel like this is like perfect for my face shape. It's kind of what I like best. So we didn't actually do a haircut or a trim or anything today because like these inches, you can't even see how long this goes because of the sunlight right now. Like my hair is crazy, crazy long, but nice little refresh, feeling good. I'm gonna pop by HomeGoods here. Honestly, because you guys know I'm just like doing a ton of furniture shopping and I just kind of want to see what I can find, but also if they have dog toys that are cheap. Over Thanksgiving, I had 5 dogs in my house and 3 of them are 2 and younger. And they destroyed my toys, which is great because some of them I had, like I was looking at one toy that Poppy finally got into and I was like, I know I've had that toy for as long as I started my YouTube channel. So that toy is over 5 years old. Like some of them needed to be destroyed. So blasted through a ton of toys. I did buy them some on Black Friday and some of those will be like Christmas gifts for them, but I just kind of want to stock up a little bit on toys and see if I can find something that's relatively cheap. And I like HomeGoods and TJ Maxx for that, as well as I want to go to Cava for lunch. So I should actually text my man. Funny enough, he literally just texted me. Oh. We do this thing where we just send the eye emojis to each other. That's just like a, hey. It's like the most random thing. So he's probably like, where the fuck you at? Okay. Let's see if he responds, but let's go to HomeGoods. I love a hair day. One of these days, I'm gonna stop in this store. It just seems so bougie for some reason, so I haven't done it. So we're here for the non-bougie. I kinda love this. Do you guys see like the brown wood? Well, you can see how dirty it is. The brown wood, the shape of this. It's not super comfortable, but this is cute. That was a very quick in and out. Sadly, no furniture, which is okay. They had like a lot of, and that one couch is really cool. I just like don't really have a purpose for it or a spot for it. And the dog toys, they didn't have any brands that I like that I know are sturdy enough that will last long enough. Like there was one that I liked, it was cute, but I knew like Poppy could blast through it in a second. And I was like, there's no point in me buying this. So I'll just remain on the hunt. So now, let's go grab some kava. Hi, Popsicle. Hi. Wow, you're wearing your shirt. I have food para tu. Yum, 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 yum. They did not skimp today. I actually ordered online because I thought it was going to be faster, and then it most definitely was not faster. Thankfully, there were 4 other people there waiting with me. So other people complained and I didn't have to. Oh, let's actually stop in here. I don't remember what colors I got. I want to try these biker shorts that I got. Whoa, super crooked there. I feel like I should just try these on to see if I like them, because all I'm going to be doing is computer work for the rest of the day, so I want to switch out of my jeans and put on biker shorts. I don't even know what colors I got. Like, is that a dark gray? Oh no, this is blue, this is a dark gray, but I have the black open, so let me see if I even like this. So these are the exact same brand as my last style of biker shorts that you guys know, like, I had in every single color. I love them so friggin' much. I just need new ones now. And just feeling this material, like, I know this isn't gonna hold up for me. This feels like if I sit on something rough, it's gonna snag, it feels like it's gonna pill, and it's comfortable, it's soft, it's just not what I really want it to be. Wow, I'm glad the, like, overexposure is happening here. And this band, honestly, they're comfortable. I just know they're not gonna hold up. So I think I need to try another style from them and see if I like that better. I'm debating if I want to keep these or not. I just feel like I'm gonna blast through them so quick, like they're actually not gonna. It's this material. This is not the same material as the last ones. Just as a direct comparison, I'm not sure if you can see, these had like a little bit more of a sheen to them. Like, it's, I don't even know what material this is compared to like this. You can just tell, like, it's gonna be covered in stuff. I don't love it. I guess the band isn't that much thicker. Like, it's definitely thicker, but not as dramatic as what I thought. And it's the same length. I made sure to get the same length. It's just, this material's not gonna hold up for me. I'm gonna return those. Drats. I moved the work party to the floor. This may be ridiculous. I have never had a problem with a lacy hard drive in the past. Like, I have had 6 lacy hard drives. I don't even know how many, and I love them so much, but my most recent one, Poppy hit too many times while it was plugged into my computer and like accidentally disconnected it. And after I don't even know how many times, like, it just started really glitching. Like, it was just not happy, because you're supposed to actually click export and then unplug it. No, it just kept accidentally getting unplugged and it just started glitching like crazy. So for Vlogmas, I was like, let me buy myself a new one specific for Vlogmas, which is nice because there's like so much freaking footage, but I basically can't touch my computer while this one is plugged in, because if by chance I touch it the wrong way and it decides, oop, I can't read it anymore, getting my computer to reread it can take like an hour. I have done so much research trying to figure it out, and it's just like, it's pretty effed up at this point because of Poppy hitting it. And anyway, who is ready for a little thumbnail tutorial while my video is processing? I actually need to open up Final Cut so we can do this. So what I used to do within my thumbnails is I would, like, for my sit down videos, when I used to talk about YouTube, I would take a photo after filming the video that was specific for the thumbnail. Like, that was the point of the photo, was for the thumbnail. And honestly, my thumbnail quality was really, really high back in the day when I used to do that, because like what I do now, I just take still frames from Final Cut, from the edit, and I export it. So it's not like I'm specifically posing, and even within the video, if you guys have ever seen like other YouTubers share bloopers and stuff, sometimes, like, let me give you an example. Like, if they're doing like a grocery haul, they'll hold up their grocery bags and pose for a second, and then that's the still frame, and they know that they can use that for the thumbnail. I actually don't do that. Instead, I will edit the video the whole way through, and then I will just kind of like scrub over the footage, which is just like dragging my cursor over the footage, and I'll see what I can use for a thumbnail. So let me give you guys some examples, or like things that I look for. One is distance from the frame. So honestly, like this shot right now, I can already tell the lighting is so incredibly poor. Like, my face is not that lit, and I could probably like increase this a little bit. See, and then I think that's too bright. It's fine. I think about like, okay, so if I took this as a screen grab, this is me pretty up close, I would then want one of me that is farther away posing with my tree, setting it up type thing. to add a little bit more interest. I have had thumbnails in the past where it's 2 of me from like this distance to the camera, and I think that works for my analytic reports, but for other thumbnails, I want that added interest, and if I want specifically 2 of me in the thumbnail, I wanna make sure I am a different distance from the camera. Now, one of the things I do think about is the last few thumbnails that I've created. I don't want all of my thumbnails to look the exact same, and I think that's a very, very easy trap to fall into because you want your thumbnails to be cohesive. Like, you want someone to know that when your thumbnail pops up, oh, it's this creator, and like, I love them, I wanna watch their video. It's good for your branding to have that, but I have fallen into the trap myself where like my older videos, the thumbnails looked exactly the same. Why would I click on this video instead of this video? It just like did not make sense to me. So I do take a look at like what I've done recently, and if I've got a few recently where there's only one of me in the collage, or if I haven't done like an overlay, I will try to go out of my way to like make that happen so that my thumbnails are a little bit different. I also think about, okay, the title of the video, what's going to make sense for the thumbnail. So like for this one, I think I'm gonna do something about like cooking my first meal at the house. So I might try to okay, really go slow-mo over it to be like, okay, what is a good quality shot? I don't think I like any of that. I could do something like that. Bring this down just to see. But see, it's focusing on the cheese, it's not focusing on this skillet, and I really want this skillet to be kind of the focus. Oh wait, I could do something like that. I actually kind of like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna go up here and export save current frame. What I used to do is I would honestly just take screen captures. Yeah, it honestly created like not the best quality of an image. So over on the side here, this is how you can export within Final Cut. You can actually add a destination down here, and that's how I added this save current frame. Unpacking fridge is like the name of the file, so I'm just gonna go next. And then I actually saved this to my desktop. I don't think I have anything under that name. Okay, cool. So that's one example. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna try to find 3 to 5 different frames that I could potentially use, because when I am collaging, I may decide, oh, this photo like absolutely does not work at all. Like this will not, no go. And I like to have several options. So I'm just gonna scrub through this and see what I like, what I'm vibing. I might actually do like the photo of me like eating my first meal on the floor. Yeah, this is gonna be good too. That actually looks kind of ridiculous, but could make for a good option. What I'm going to do next, this is probably really silly, and honestly I've got no good reason as to why I do it this way, but I am going to airdrop the photos to my phone. I prefer editing photos on my phone. I've got Lightroom on both devices, but for some reason, my phone is the spot to be. So for some of my thumbnails and like the still screen grabs that I get, I don't need to do any editing. Like this one photo, I know I don't even need to do any editing to, but these two, especially this one, is pulling up really orange, so I know that I gotta fix the coloring for it. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of editing, and then I'll show you guys how I create my thumbnails in Photoshop. I think this is the best I'm going to get in terms of making these 2 photos look similar. This one on the left was shot at night, or well, it was shot like in the afternoon, but it was still darker and using artificial light, where this one was pure daylight. So the quality of this image is just far better, and I had to really adjust the color tone to get this to look even semi like this, but since it's especially the same outfit, you want it to be the same color tones that it looks cohesive and kind of matches. So I originally decided that I wanted to use this photo. I think it's hilarious and works pretty well. And honestly, I could do it on either side. Like it could work really well over here. But if I do that, I don't know. Cause then I think I'm just gonna be staring at like my bent over butt. Let me just like, I'm just gonna delete this section for a second. I don't know, did we like it better the other way? And this is the problem, I just kind of keep going back and forth figuring out what I like. I just feel like this pose is hilarious and is also just like a good representation of the video. Let me see what I can do, I don't know if I like it. The only other option is I could also include, I could overlay 3. Do I want to do that? I could. I just want options here. I need like things to look at. In one of the last thumbnail tutorials that I shared, I did receive a few comments from people being like, why the heck are you erasing? Why aren't you using the magic select tool? So over here, you can do magic select and it will select like my body if I go pretty carefully. Here it did, it went farther. You can like, up top here, there's like plus and minus, so you can like include more in the selection compared to like exclude more in the selection. The reason why I don't do this is honestly, I can notice when other creators use this tool and they do not pay attention to the detail. This works relatively fine, but like if you really zoom in on this, do you see how just, I'm gonna call it like jerky? It's like jagged is what it is. And it's even like including this part over here where it shouldn't be, and it's excluding this over here. And yes, I could go in and I could include more in the selection, and it's honestly far more work. And I think it looks better if you just go in with an eraser tool. And yes, it takes a lot more time, but it's personal preference for me, and I will go in with a smaller eraser here. I just like to get as much gone with the larger eraser, as well as I kind of want to see like what I'm going for in this frame. I think I'm gonna have to re-edit this photo because this photo's not working for me the way I want it to in terms of the color tone. I'm looking like my skin is looking far too yellow in this, so I'm gonna have to edit that. But I think I'm gonna have this one, I might cut it like here. No, because then I need like the whole skillet. Okay, I gotta decide what I'm doing. Decided to do was actually front stack this. Okay, so I've got two things selected over here. So this was actually, hold on, I decided to continue on the floor. This was originally what was going on. So I am overlapping this scene over here. That's what's happening. You see like my body cut out right here is overlapping that. I also have like other, like these are still back here, so that's kind of like what you're seeing right now. So I decided to overlay this, and then I was like, wait a second, you don't actually see this whole skillet here, and if I cut more of the floor out and just set a straight line down, I was like, that doesn't make sense, it doesn't really look good. So I decided to then overlap this skillet on top. But then I was like, this still random cut down doesn't really make sense. I could have cut it here, but I ultimately decided, hey, I want the floor to continue through and then have this right here. I think it makes it seem the most cohesive and like a beautiful collage. So really it's just like a lot of stacking on top of each other. That's all I do. Like I get asked how I created my cover for like the banner for my YouTube channel. It was just a lot of stacking shit on top of each other. Like it was very, very aggressive. For the text though, okay, I go back to, like this is just an overlay on top of another thumbnail that I've created. So back here, this to reality, I know that this is my fun font. So if I just bring it up, this is this fun font. So if you're curious what this is, if I select on it, it's this name right up here, okay? Light. And that's what I use. Like within my YouTube videos on my thumbnail, that is what I use. And then for my very basic font, this is this font right here. And I customized it a little bit, so you can go to this setting right here and you can customize like the width of it, the height of it, or actually this is the distance between the letters. This is the height. So if I do like 200%, you can see it's just gonna stretch it right there. So you can customize this a little bit to make your font look more custom. Wow, if I could type. And it's really not that custom. I honestly didn't change this that much. And that's how I create my thumbnails. Like honestly, it's not that difficult. To me, I have so much fun creating thumbnails like this because I just get to collage and have fun, and I just get to like stack things on top of each other, and that's all it is using the eraser. Like I would say that's my secret, is I use the eraser instead of the Magic Select. I think it gets a far crisper outline if that's what you're going for. And then I just play around. I try out different images. I see what I like best. Like you saw, I started with 2 other images, realized it didn't work, so then I added in a different image, totally changed the placement of the one. Like it's just moving things around until I find something that looks visually appealing to me. And it does take me longer to edit my thumbnails this way, but if you like the collage look, it's honestly worth it. And if you're gonna create a really, really amazing video and your thumbnail is absolute shit, no one is going to click on your video. So it's worth it to spend time on the thumbnail. And sometimes when I blast through it and I'm like, oh, I just gotta get this done, I notice that the thumbnail isn't as good and the video doesn't perform as well. So I try to take my time on it if I can. So there's still obviously some work to be done on this in terms of the text, but otherwise, like I love the background. I'm not gonna do anything else to it. And I really need to get that vlogmas video up now because I told myself I was gonna stop like midway through and I just didn't. Yep, checks are complete and everything is done. Okay, sweet. Guess what we got? I'm kinda glad, I'm kinda sad at the same time. Breaking out the vlogmas merch for the first time this season. Oh my gosh, what? I am truly glowing. Yeah, that's a kitchen faucet. What? This is insane. My puzzle is calling my name. This is gorgeous. YouTube is finally recognizing this shift in my content because I feel like it. Aww.